Yeah, that was a hard fought set, but again, like some of our more regular players, people who are the recognizable names, again, they are sent to losers, and some of them, in the case of Beast, is out. So unfortunate to see, but it is what it is. We have to see who makes it out atop the pile of bodies in losers. Let's take a look at what's going on in winner's side. Fawn obviously cheesing, looking ready to take on Zomba, seed number 1 of this tournament.
Yep, yep. We know Fawn for the Duck Hunt, which is a very unconventional character. So you have a slight advantage in the sense of what does Duck Hunt do, right? There aren't many, if any, Duck Hunts who play to the level that Fawn, like we know Fawn for. But at the same time, it is Rob. So, is it impossible for Fawn to pull this one out? No, definitely not. But it's going to be an uphill battle for Fawn to get around it.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, you have to be a creative sort of player to play Duck Hunt at this level. Obviously, Fawn is very creative themselves, but I mean, at the same time, you know, Zomba is used to facing off against the creative savants of this game, and we'll be ready for every eventuality. So, as of right now, all the tricks are going to have to come out of the sleeve right now if GOCK and RARI wants to take the game and potentially the set over Zomba. So far, the neutral has been pretty scrappy, I would say. Like, even these projectiles looking pretty good. We got the clay pigeon set up into back air, and that's looking really nice. GOCK and RARI takes the lead.
I love that coverage using the can there and the shield. Because what does Zomba want to do? If he decides to go for an up air there and up tilt, it's gonna hit the can, and it's gonna deal the damage. We're gonna see Fawn be able to build something up. So it's gonna be a very safe game of how Zomba decides to try to lead trap, especially with Fawn being able to throw a lot of these moves out so fast.
We're getting a parry as well. I think maybe trying to use the gunman as an extension to try to get Zomba to have some extra frames in his attacks, maybe more vulnerable still off stage. There's no one more vulnerable than Duck Hunt Dog, and Zomba's going to prove exactly why with a great offstage edge guard that we know and love from his Rob. Got to be able to deal with the onstage pressure as well. These projectiles are coming out, they're flying, but look at the combos here. The double play pigeon into up air. GOCK and RARI, she's really doing some good stuff here, and these advantage states are starting to rack up major damage on Rob.
Yeah, we're seeing this ledge trapping come out from Duck Hunt right now. Definitely I would say one of the harder characters to get off the ledge versus, with just due to having 3 active projectiles in the that they can use. But if they aren't able to kill Rob, it can be a big problem if you're forced to approach too much. Because Duck Hunt, what does Duck Hunt realistically kill with that's like that you can just get for free, right? There isn't it's your back air maybe.
Yeah, I would say back air potentially. Maybe at like higher percents, up air would do something here.
Yeah, and even then, it's like you have to actually find that hit, and Zomba's playing really far back. You're really using that laser and that gyro to put. Oh, is that? No, it can't. Not at that percent.
Yeah, it wasn't confirmed, but I love the setup with the gyro. We're really coming out with some good stuff here.
And every time the gunman gets hit, though, we're seeing them out of commission for the next 5 or so seconds, it feels like. And that's going to be huge for Zomba.
Wow, staying alive. Look at how Zomba has brought this stock back right now. 132% on Fawn and still staying alive at 186 himself. He's been able to deal with the obstacle course, but even then the smothering occurs, and finally the gunman comes in, pays his dues, and we're going all the way to the other side to try to disengage. Does not want to let Zomba get the freebie off the Angel platform, and now we're right back into it. Now that he's vulnerable again, we're getting some ladders started up again, so these up airs are doing really good work for GOCK.
Being able to mash out of that too, I assume Zomba was just going to try to potentially get a up throw into up throw percent, but there's the up air going to take the stock. And right now, I mentioned that actually being able to find the kill on Rob is going to be the problem. Fawn was up by so much in that stock too, right before. Oh, chasing, but before
yeah,
before they took 100% before they finally killed Zomba at basically 200%, right? And it's gonna be see if Zomba can find a way to potentially take the stock this time first, don't know the percent, or if Fawn is going to find a situation where they can take it first.
I mean, the delayability, I think, of the Duck Hunt up B, it not being the fastest, actually does do Fawn a lot of favors here. Staying alive even beyond the long-lasting side B that Zomba wants as the trump card there off stage. Having to do with the cans as well. Dare's not going to do it here. having to throw out something to disengage, disarm the gunman as well. We're really just trying to get that option out because we've already seen Fawn use it to great effort, and it's really working. So now Zomba's starting to be on the receiving end. A quick can on the platform, but we're still alive, just barely.
It's gonna bounce back? No. It's gonna let it go off stage to reset the situation of where.
Nice. That's crazy. Found Zomba in the blast zone, and Fawn will be happy about that one, taking game 1.
And when you see the run it back hand motion, so the stage didn't feel like the issue, if there was one. It just felt like Zomba couldn't get past the barrage of projectiles being thrown out.
Agreed.
Which once you're playing Rob and you're going into a minefield at this point, so I can't say I blame them, but it's just going to be if you can find a way to take the stocks early, if you land just like that side B off we saw earlier, where you talked about the delay from Duck Hunt's up B. That was probably the main thing that saved them. But if they can find situations like that, like earlier, that's like a confirmed stock. At least it should be, like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, that is very true. But so far, Zomba has kept his percents low. But we definitely know Fawn has some really, really nice advantage states. But we're going to take it off the side really early. Zomba wastes no time and goes in for the kill, right straight for the throat. And unfortunately, Fawn on the other end of that one, going to have to claw her way back to get some control back in this one. A missed tech on the stage spike. Zomba not ready for that one, but not in danger because of it. I'd say we're actually now still firmly in disadvantage. Or firmly in advantage, sorry.
And being forced to play, taking the stock so early is great for Zomba because now it's forcing Fawn to be the aggressor. And how do you? Well, okay.
Wow.
Being able to take the stock there off the rebound, and for the damage for Fawn isn't as high as you like to be for Zomba, but it's rather fine if you're Fawn, because as long as it took for you to kill Zomba the last game, he was taking equally as long to kill you.
Yeah, that is true. But the bread and butters for Fawn are working out right now. The back throw into can, the alley-oop is working. Still in full, pretty much a stock down. Zomba is taking some damage, but we saw him live to like 180 in the last game. So it feels like Fawn needs to work on getting her kills faster, and that's a perfect way to set that up. Play pitch into back air yet again. We saw it, echoes of it from the first game as well. And now, again, it's really working.
Yeah, now Lazy's gonna catch the roll too. That side B puts you in so much lag as Duck Hunt. And we're seeing it, like, it's great when Fawn can hit it, but every time they whiff it, bam, that's Zomba in their face already. That can.
Okay, wow, great get up here from Fawn. She's still alive with the gyro setups as well. She knows her item combos, but stuck in ground. You're getting buried in Zomba. Wow, the explosion, and the can actually backfires. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, trying to use it to get out of the up tilt potentially, but, well, you saw it wasn't ready to DI, it looked like. Because there was, it really wasn't the kills, like, there was no kill screen, and the kill spikes were kind of just weren't there. At least is what it feels like. Great confirm there, but even then you took so much damage. You weren't able to build it back. And there's that side B once again, how much end lag. You missed the read. Take the down throw.
Yeah, and that was just from up tilt from Zomba as well. You know, he just wanted a simple anti-air that might not have killed by itself, but it was the can specifically that made that a killing option for Zomba here. So unfortunate, but I mean, Fawn's just gonna be ready when she pulls that can out so quickly. I mean, we know it's a great get off tool. It's a great get out of jail free card sometimes, being as fast as it is. But again, has its own pros and cons. Okay, we're not gonna die from that, right?
Just yet, but you can still chase, especially with how lackluster Duck Hunt B can be at times. With no hitbox on, you have to kind of commit, and it's just going to be a hitter that's as much recovery as Rob. You're able to deal so much in that edge guard situation.
True. Pretty much like 100% later. This is rough.
Yeah, he got sent to the other side and immediately got sent back. The left side is not an option, it feels like, for Fawn to get out of that.
Oh wow, okay. But we still trying to do something here with the gyro, and Zomba is just evasive right now. He's just evading every single thing that Fawn wants, and this is an incredibly low percent lead for Zomba. didn't even really take a full hit, and now it's just continuing to play the slower pace, and Fawn has to do the approaching, and you can with the projectiles, but again, like, Zomba has kind of dealt with those projectiles of his own. He's starting to catch up on some of the tricks here. Great tech, staying alive with the spike. Good stuff to Zomba so far.
And there's the punish right there. How are you gonna get off this ledge now? Especially because you had to re-grab. It's gonna be rough to get up tilt up here. Living though.
Yeah, that's a good DI angle for Fawn. Oh, but yeah, the gyro coming back and catching her off guard. Gotta be careful here. But the parry too, no punish.
And now we're gonna get back to the situation of trying to get back when you can, as a lackluster recovery, honestly. And this is a hill you don't want to be climbing right now if you're Fawn. It suffers from like the same negative. That's a great up smash opportunity. The same negative that Snake has, right? When it's like you're up and you can take that damage from the from your own grenades, or in this case the can. But when you're down by this much, any hit you take is awful, and the can is gonna be such a crucial part of your neutral. And not being able to fully use it without the risk of taking 12%, give or take, is gonna be huge.
Right. I mean, I think it's going to just be about the range. You can't expect to get up and scrap with Zomba, especially when things like this happen. The can will not save you there. And of course, it looks like Zomba's going to be moving on with a 2-1 in this best of 3 set over GOCK and RARI. Now goes on to face Phantom in winners finals. The Steve awaiting him, but definitely not out of the running is Fawn. She's still going to make her way through. Loser's side again. We'll be sitting in loser's quarters to face off against the winner of Vivi and someone that is as yet undecided, unless this has been updated.
It should be the winner of Jackal, Hayes. So Hayes did beat Jen. So cool. One of New York's finest already out. That wasn't even for 9th. That was for 13th.
Yeah. Yeah, what do we say? Bloodbath.
Yeah. And we're seeing here, just like, you look at these high percents in this game 1, it felt like Zomba was able to take care of that problem in game, in game 2 and game 3, which is why we're seeing him with such an advantage. But 1, like, you talked about how Zomba was living the 180, that 1 stock. This is 160, 170 on Duck Hunt.
Yeah, that is true. And not a
what can you are they able to, yeah, that was a can kill. Yeah, so definitely it is a hard match to come back from, a character that doesn't really benefit from playing behind versus a character that is heavily benefited from playing ahead. So I mean, they got the game 1, but just weren't able to pick it. Zomba was adapting too fast, and you weren't able to find your pieces for the later half of the set. And of course, it doesn't help that Zomba took like 3% in the first minute of game 3. Was this bear? Yeah, that side B bear is lethal, man. Yeah. So I did see, like I said, we have Yeast versus Sinister coming up next. So that's gonna. Well, I don't know if we're actually getting that one, but that is one of the losers' top 8 sets. That should be Brawler versus Ryu. I don't know if Sinister plays Ken. But the other side, where we were waiting for the winner of Jackal Hayes versus Vivi. So that's gonna be. You'd probably go. I should try that. I can't say I know enough about the Lucario versus Wolf or Hero versus Wolf matchups.